believe, and I rolled an 18.
There is a store across the street that sells surgical supplies.
Huh.
That's kind of the
Sweet.
weirdest
You
thing
can
that sticks
become a
out to you.
doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor, doctor, tell
Yeah.
me the news.
Not interested. And I'll just
Sad
kind of
face.
wait for the rest of the party. Oh, I don't know. I'll go in. I'm gonna go in. Fuck it. I go in. I say hello, surgical shop marketeer person.
So you go into the shop and a little brass bell rings as you go in, and you see everything is kind of cramped, and there's lots of shelves just sort of almost haphazardly set around with various sorts of doctory looking tools. And as you come in, a kind of I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean for my descriptions to be boring. You can please keep your yawns to yourself.
Oh.
For a deaf dog, she makes a lot of noise.
So yeah, you come in and you see this, and a kind of dour-faced, red-headed gnome walks out as you're walking in, and then you see kind of at the far end of the shop at the counter is an elderly human with a kind of a hunchback and little tufts of gray hair on his head, and he says, "Welcome."
I go in and I just say I'm just an local adventurer, and I have just happened upon your shop, good sir. What kind of goods do you peddle here?
Well, you can see them all around you. I have all manner of surgical implement and device.
Any particular goods that you have here that might be useful for an adventurer like myself out on the in the wilds?
Well, we have all sorts of kits and things that might be useful for an emergency field surgery. If that is the kind of thing you might be looking for. Then he pulls out, pulls from the side this sort of pretty standard looking healer's kit with, different types of needles and powders and things in it and stitching thread.
What would and out of game context, what would a surgical kit allow me to do? I have the healing skill.
It'd basically be a healer's kit, so it'd give you a bonus when doing a heal check on somebody if you're able to use the kit properly,
Okay. All right. Well, I say your wares are very nice. I don't think it's something that I am interested in at the current moment, but you certainly have a lovely shop. And I ask him if he knows anyone who might be into off the book type of surgical procedures.
He sort of chuckles a little bit and he says, "Who isn't in this town?"
I ask him about oh shit, and I'm pulling up a blank. The guy that we're gonna go beat down his front door.
Karamak.
Karamak. I asked him about Karamak. If he knows anything about Karamak. Has he heard of the name? What does he know?
Let me scroll around till I find the information I'm looking for. But in the meantime, he says, "Well, it's not really a topic a lot of people like to speak openly about these days."
Well, I kind of look around. And is anybody else in the shop?
Not right now, just the two of you.
So I say, well, nobody's currently in here except you and me. So, I'm here because of all the hubbub that's going around the city regarding the trial, and I had heard that the Karamak may possibly be involved some way.
He says, "Well, that may be, but I don't really recognize you, and I don't feel exactly comfortable, talking about such sordid things from the county's past." Which basically means you'll have to butter him up one way
Yeah.
or another to get him to really talk to you.
So I'm gonna take 10 gold pieces. I'll take 10 gold pieces and kind of slide them onto the desk and say, I'm more than willing to help you out for no trouble. It's no trouble to you, but this might help you make the decision to tell me what you know.
He sort of swipes the gold behind the counter and says, now that I think of it, I do remember a little bit of the sordid affair of old Count Karamak. You see, Alpon is his first name, by the way. I don't think anyone else has told you that, or you would remember if they had told you that, even though they have. Anyway, he used to be the former count and ruler of this county of Veland before he had to abdicate his position as the Palatinates sort of threw off the heavy yoke of the aristocracy a few decades ago.
And did he take this well?
Oh, he took it better than I thought most people would take it, but I feel like he also knew that if he stuck around, he may find himself in search of his head.
And regarding any kind of, dangerous or magical type, I guess surgical type things. This is the most broad question I understand I'm asking of you, but I have received just some rumors and rumblings that Karamak may be involved with the Beast of Lepidstad and his creation.
He sort of scratches his chin. He's like, well, I haven't heard any nefarious rumors of those types about our old count. I couldn't really speak to it, I'm afraid.
Okay. And I ask him, you seem to be, fairly well versed in the history and lore of this area. What do you think of the Beast of Lepidstad? Do you think that he's the one who perpetrated all these crimes?
Oh, well, and he kind of looks toward his front side. He says, I appreciate this not leaving the shop, but there have been reportings of just so many nasty things out on the moors. It could have really been anything.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying it wasn't him, but
Yeah,
that could have been something else.
I say, of course. I appreciate your honesty, and I'll let the people around know that this shop is a great shop for healing equipment and tools. Thank you so much for your help, and I bid him adieu.
Oh, good day to you, and I appreciate the favorable word of mouth. Do come back if you need any sort of limbs or other appendages sewed back on, or you perhaps want to experiment with the, surgical practices.
All right, I give him a hearty meow, and I leave the store.
Meow.
Meow. And I don't poop on his doorstep.
Oh.
Good.
All right.
So I guess go back to the party.
So I guess you guys end up meeting out in the the street kind of between the two shops after you've gotten done with your respective goings on.
Oh, can I ask one thing about the other shop place?
Yeah.
Does he have any special arrows for my longbow?
No, it's really just alchemical potions and things.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So, can I go over what I bought with you real fast?
Sure.
Make sure you approve. Okay, or is it okay? So, okay, cure light wounds was cool. Oil, fire, alchemist fire, whatever. Acid, drow poison, antitoxin, anti-plague, hide from undead. Can I get that? It's like a potion. It costs 100, like 50 gold or whatever, and you can hide from the undead for 10 minutes.
It'll cost you 500 from this shop.
Ah, fucker. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, screw that. And a healer's kit. I went ahead and bought a new one.
Did you go to the surgical shop?
I guess would I need to go by there to go get that from him?
And say you were referred?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just if I notice her going in there, I'll say, be sure to tell him that a
strapping young dwarf.
Yeah, a dwarf sent you. A dwarf sent you.
All right. I do so.
So you go into the surgical shop?
Yeah, because I have a killer's kit that I think it's almost out, so, of shit.
So you go in and kind of see the sort of shop that I described earlier, and the old man says, "Welcome to my emporium of surgical implements. What can I do for you today, fair halfling?"
Oh, yes, I was recommended by a strapping young dwarf. He looks like he came from, something that the sea washed up. Anyway, he recommended...
Oh, yes, I know the sort. He was just in here a few moments ago.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm actually looking for...
terribly of barnacles and rotten seaweed.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh. It's like the stinkiest of stinky, dead fish.
And what was with his beard? There was a whole family of mushrooms growing in there.
Yeah, it
was all I could do to keep my lunch down.
Well, you know how some people are, especially the dwarven kind. They do that kind of thing. Anyways, yeah. So he referred me to you for healing products. So I'm looking for a healer's kit at a nice price.
Oh, I can give you a very fine, newly put together healer's kit. I have one right here. In fact, I was trying to sell to your friend, but he didn't quite look sharp enough and steady enough of hand to be practicing the surgical arts, if you know what I mean.
Don't worry. I do. He doesn't know a lot about anything, so... He's not the best cleric, Healer.
Oh, I see. Relying on his magics to sew together broken bones.
Maybe. Anyways, yes, I'd like to purchase one said item, please. And thank you.
He says he can give you this fine masterwork healer's kit for the low price of 75 gold pieces.
I will take it. What is the master's work one? Is it just a little bit different?
It'll give you an extra point of bonus when you use it. So instead of a +3, it'll give you a plus, or instead of a +2, it will give you a +3 circumstance bonus.
Nice. God damn
Sorry.
cat.
Let's just... Okay, I made cake balls the other day. I don't know if y'all have ever had cake balls.
Fucking delicious.
Yeah. He went up the stairs. He was like gonna grab one, and he goes, he like motions to me. He goes, "You want a cake ball? Cake ball? I'm going." And I was like, "Oh my god, that was hilarious." Anyways, alright. Kitty.
That's just going through on the stream right now. Cake ball.
Cake burr.
I made them with yellow cake and chocolate icing and chocolate outside.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Whoa.
So as Tiger Lily comes out of the surgical shop with her new kit, the three of you are just rounding back up again when what appears to be a human, a cloaked human with a large predatory cat in tow, walks up to the party and take it away.
Excuse me. Are you the representatives of the beast the other day sent by Daramid?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's
And
that?
you'll have to describe your character to them because I don't know exactly what you look like.
Okay. Well, my character basically just kind of looks like what it is in Roll20, is what I've decided as of 30 minutes ago. So, in description for people that can't see that at the moment, what you're seeing in front of you is a human who is a lady who has. I just guess I like red hair. Sorry, Ashley. I mean, but red hair, and all that. I do have a cloak on. My sword is back here with my arrows. I'm carrying my bow. I don't know what else to say besides that. Oh, and I have a leopard. Not just. I think I'm kind of leaning more towards a snow leopard.
How tall are you?
Snow-ish leopard. I am 5'7", 5'8". We'll go with 5'8".
How old are
5'9".
you?
Wow.
What's your social security number?
Date of birth.
I am.
I need to know what time you were born.
Oh, that's a orange is the new black joke.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you that because it's creepy. I'm 28, I guess, in human years. I have to adjust from elven ears to human
Ears?
years.
Here's
Years.
human here's.
Yours.
Here's.
So that's what that person looks like.
Is she pretty? Can we roll for hotness?
Yeah, did we ever figure that out?
No, we never did.
We'll just base hotness on charisma right now.
Sounds fine.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Charisma's the worst. I didn't concentrate on charisma. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
She's all right. She's a little rough around the edges, you know.
I am, and
Sure.
I'm even less articulate than Lorian was. So
Can you imagine?
Are you somewhere in between Lorian and Nomal?
kind of, I guess.
Okay, I can dig that. I can dig that.
That's what I can see. Yeah. I think my intelligence is a little higher than Nomal's was.
A little. Doesn't take much.
So I walk up to you guys, and then I explain to you, my name is Faylee Calloway, and I was sent by Judge Daramid to accompany you in your travels as sort of a escort of sorts.
What kind of escort?
Not that kind of escort. And she also says that since Judge Daramid's learned that you guys have come back to town, she would like to meet with you and kind of hear a debriefing about what's happened so far.
Yes, I also say that.
Where were you
Well,
before
it's
our
nice
friend
to
died?
meet you. I'm meeting her. Sorry. Now you can ask your question.
Nice to meet you, Hobbit.
Yes. Acknowledged. Okay. Anyway, sorry, Ashley. Go with your question.
Oh, I was gonna say, where were you before our friend died? I'm just kidding.
I didn't know that your friend was going to die, and I honestly didn't know that you guys were going to leave town. Had I known, I might have accompanied you, but that's not a thing that I knew. So
Okay, fine.
I don't say anything to her. I don't ignore her. I kind of give her a nod if she references me or looks at me while she's talking to the party, but I don't really say anything to her.
All right.
And I'll extend a hand and do like a girly handshake and Arvelyn Cathalion. And
Well, all right then.
onward we go to Judge Daramid. Or whatever.
Yes.
So you guys get back over to her manor, and go back into your usual sitting room, where she looks fairly concerned and immediately asks you to recount your situation and how things went at the castle, and if you found anything out about the Beast and Karamak and their connection.
Well, it didn't go too well. We did find out that there's been this cult that we've been like chasing around recently called the Whispering Way. We found out that that might have something to do with this. Some goblins were dicking around in the castle and were carrying around a skull. But it was pretty bad. There's some trolls, monstrous trolls. They'll try to squish us and make us into jelly.
And Lemniscate learned more than we've ever learned just by going in a surgery shop.
Yeah, no fuck. I mean, yeah. Lauren says from the grave.
From the ashes.
She says, yes, I am aware of there has been some activity from this so-called cult in the last few weeks. So what can you tell me about what exactly is going on up at Schloss Karamak?
Shit's going down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that Karamak is creating himself, or if he's going like psychotic and spells are just shooting out his butthole, or what. But like, there's insane things going on, and we had to come back and regroup because our party member died. My cousin, she's dead.
We tried to when we first got there, his gatehouse seemed to be under attack, and we defeated the trolls that were what seemed to be attacking his manor or his mansion or whatever. And we the next day we tried to go across his bridge to I guess treat with him and talk with him, and he had some type of amalgamation of what kind of seems like a dog, some kind of beast that was guarding his gates. And once we even tried to get inside the actual building itself, and there was additional some kind of metal golem or something that was in there as well, that started to attack us, and as well as a air elemental that was spawned by some kind of a trap on the front door. So it was pretty messy, and we barely got out of there with our lives.
And she says, so you never made contact with the Count?
No, we called out to him, in fact, while we were on the bridge, and nobody answered. Nobody could come out. So we're still not sure if these are his beasts, or if maybe he's under siege or something. I can't imagine that this is not his own doing.
She says the Count's eccentricity has increased substantially after he's gone into seclusion at his manor, but allowing his guardians and creations to attack travelers doesn't seem normal to me. Were none of his guards present? His human guards?
No, they were just trolls. Or like troll-like monster things.
And some dogs.
And some troll dogs.
And a big dog.
Big dog.
Yeah, big dog. It kind of reminded... Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, it kind of reminded me... Have you heard of a place I think it was in Vorkstag, that was like an alchemical shop? There's a guy there named Grine. apparently he had some like dogs that are kind of maybe similar to the dogs this guy had, and I don't know if you've been that way up that way recently.
She says, "Oh, you seem to be a little bit confused. There is a shop called Vorkstag and Grinds where
Yeah.
two businessmen own an alchemical business. I'm aware of it. Yes, here in Lepidstadt.
Yeah, that one. They've got some weird dogs there, and it kind of looks like if you've seen their beasts, that's what kind of beasts he has up there at the manor.
She says this is really interesting, but it's also very concerning that his regular servants weren't there to greet you. So something dire might have happened to the Count, possibly from the action of these trolls or something else."
The trolls seem to not be able to gain entry. I really got the feeling from the trolls. We actually had an opportunity to interrogate some of the trolls' minions. The minions were slaves to the trolls, and once we started attacking the trolls, their little minions actually rose up against the trolls to help us. And so we had a chance to converse with them, and they seemed to be under the understanding, although they seem to have some kind of they did seem to have a limited intelligence, that you know that the trolls were trying to gain access to the manor to steal things, and that they had not been able to yet. I don't know if the trolls were the Count's doing or not.
She says, I would doubt it. It's very rare to see trolls cooperating with civilized folk, and from your description, it does seem like they may have been trying to assail the manor.
Hmm.
And perhaps he set some of his creations loose to defend the manor house. But he's not one to not respond, even in his seclusion. So that makes me think that there may be something else going on up there. Did you see any sign of the beast there at all?
No. And I'm gonna say this. I'll check with you out of game. Would that what does that dog beast that was on the bridge, does that in any way kind of resemble the way that the beast was put together?
Yeah, it's got very similar
Okay.
stitching together of parts.
I'll say the beast was not there, although there was a beast that was in the likeness of a dog that looked very similarly put together, I guess you could call it, that was guarding the bridge. So I know we're on the right track. It's just a matter of getting down to the bottom of this, and hopefully we can get into the manor and hopefully find the Count and figure out what's going on, because we lost a party member last time we went there.
She nods solemnly and says, "I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I know that Miss Cathalion fought valiantly and believed valiantly in the innocence of the beast, and I, feel a lot of pain that, this tragedy has befallen your friends. The feels."
Double.
I'm gonna tumble about it.
So, what do you suggest is our next move? Do we just need to go back up there and give it another try, or what do you think, Judge Lady?
I feel like that would be the best course of action, since apparently the beast has some connection with the Count.
Hmm.
And based on what he said to you at the end of the trial before he escaped again, he's one way or another going to end up there. Although it is pretty curious that the Count seems to be using the same manner of creature to guard his estates as the alchemist Vorkstag and Grind are also. So
Can we? Do you
I'm
think it
not
would be
exactly
wise
sure
to
if they're
question
connected or
him?
not, but what?
Since they're in town, do you think it would be wise to question him since it's not like a mansion we're fighting to get into? It's just one building. Like worth our time?
Um,
I absolutely do.
if you and your party members feel like it's something you can do in a quick manner of time, I mean, as you can still tell, half the citizens are out combing the swamps trying to find this beast. And they'll eventually make their way toward the Count's manor house, which will complicate your mission there once you do finally return.
You're gonna be dead.
You might die. Oh no, what does the party
Alright.
think?
I mean, I'd say since we're right here, go ahead and see what they have to say, and if it doesn't answer any questions, then we'll just go on.
Yeah, he didn't like Lorian or I at all, so maybe y'all have better conversation with him if he'll even let us talk.
All right.
I pipe in and say, do you mind? I'm very interested in what has been going on, and I respect a lot that you guys have been doing over the past couple weeks. Do you mind if I join and accompany you?
Please do.
Sure. Can't hurt.
You seem like a big, tough, strong woman.
I say, for now.
Thank you.
That's all I say.
For now.
Welcome aboard. We're gonna rely a shit ton on you.
Do you know things? That's what I want to know.
That is to be seen. I mean, what kind of things are you wondering? Because I don't know what things you're referring to.
Like, how's your local knowledge check?
I have heard great tales of the knowledge of your fallen comrade, and unfortunately, my knowledge is not nearly as vast.
Well, you can try.
I can try. Yeah.
Wow.
Alright. Okay. So, where was that? I'm sorry. Backtrack with me a little bit because I don't fully remember the Vorkstag and Grind place. What was that about?
Okay. What?
Or no, yeah, you know, you can.
Okay. So what happened, if I remember right, because I've had a bit to drink since then. During the part of the trial, we had found a like there's some chemical bleach or something like that, and we found like on a bottle it had written Vorkstag on there, and we were able to do a knowledge of just local and stuff like that to find if there's any place that had like the brand name of Vorkstag. And we found that there's this place that was called Vorkstag and Grime, and that's where the chemical bleach was at this alchemist shop. We did that because we were in the middle of going, I think, to the last part of the trial. And while you guys were getting ready to defend or something, we ran over to this place to try to question him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was all like, not really wanting to talk because we mentioned the guy's name or the beast, and he was just like, whoa, 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 we ain't talking. And his dogs came out, and
Okay, I
they were
remember, I
two
remember.
beast dogs. I think that's the story. That's what I remember.
Okay. So, what time is it?
Bedtime.
Bedtime. By now it's about 5:30 in the afternoon.
Let's go ahead and go over there, I guess.
Let's do it.
Y'all want to?
Yes.
Let's
I
do
want to.
it. Yeah.
All right. So are you going to use the same token, Emily? Basically, is that what you're saying?
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I mean,
If that screws things up, then I don't
no, I
have
don't think it
to.
should. You just have to, like, set your change your hit points to be correct and everything, but otherwise
Yeah.
it should be fine. So
It's a beautiful,
I still
beautiful
need to
number.
find myself a new token. Still need to find one.
So that you're
So
not.
you didn't really like that. That one dwarf was kind of dumb.
Yeah, the one that was super cartoony was kind of stupid. I don't know. It's hard.
This one's pretty funny. This is the squeamish cleric.
The squeamish cleric.
That's another one in that same set.
It's funny looking.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll look at it in a while.
I love how we said that we were going to look at it last week.
Oops.
Never got
Nope.
around to it.
Not gonna do
No.
it.
We did at one point, and you didn't like any of them because you're picky.
I am picky.
Ugh, yeah.
Hey, Jason,
Yes.
we're not sick, and there's 2 of me. Okay.
See what I mean?
I mean, I'll play double Tiger Lily. I'll just talk twice as much. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
I typed in leopard and there's like 4 helicopters.
Yes, can she have a helicopter as her token?
Leopard copter.
Oh, I got to get the RIP off of your face. Not dead anymore.
Or are you?
We can take that break you're talking about if you want to.
Oh, this would be a great song. Yeah, this would be a great time to take a break.
Top it off.
We're going to take a quick
Hammer
break,
time.
ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in to week 14 of Dunces and Dragons. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Should be getting back into the action here shortly after a good portion of talking. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back here in a few minutes. Thanks for watching.